Good morning, guys. Hello. 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 I decided to go live. Nothing formal. Just wanted to come on here because I never go live. So I wanted to start going live. And I'm a morning person, so I'm up, but I'm not really dressed or anything. So I'm actually still in the bed. I mean, I've dropped my son off to school and all of that, but I'm not all the way. Well, I ain't dressed at all, but I wanted to jump on here and check in with y'all and see how everything is going with everyone here. I see we got 13 people in here. Good morning, everyone. I just decided to go live to check in and see how everybody is doing. I don't normally go live, but I, figured that it was something that I may start to do. Wanted to jump on here and check in with y'all, see how everybody is doing. Just trying to see if I see my comments. If y'all comment, I'm just gonna say good morning to everyone. Just checking in as some more people start to join. Just wanted to jump on here, y'all, and check in, see how y'all are doing with everything in the news and just life and mental health and everything that has just seemed to just be happening everywhere, child. So how is everybody doing? If y'all comment, let me make sure I can see y'all comments. Have y'all been watching the news? What have y'all been doing to stay sane with all of the crazy stuff that's been going on in the world? Good morning. So let me tell y'all what I've been doing. Excuse me. I do watch the news, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch it every day because it's too much. Like that's just too much. So I don't watch the news every day. I watch it, but it depends on like how much. If it becomes too much, I just cannot watch it because all of the stuff, the Donald Trump stuff, at some point it does give me a headache. And to be frankly honest, I get tired of seeing dude every time I open, up a blog, and I'm just like over it. So I do not watch it as much because there has been days where my head is just pounding, pounding, pounding. So I do not watch it all the time. And in all honesty, I said, I'm done already. And today is only what, Tuesday? I said, I'm not going to watch it again no more this week because my head is already hurting. So I feel like, with the entire Donald Trump situation, people voted, they chose whoever it was that they wanted to choose. I feel like we all going to be impacted in some kind of way, but I feel like some people are going to be impacted a whole lot more. So I said, you know what? I can't watch it that much. Because anything that affects my mental health to where I got a pounding headache, I'm just not gonna watch it. So maybe on Friday or Saturday I'll watch it. But my birthday is in June. So I kind of been thinking about that. Don't really know what I'm going to do. Originally, I wanted to, take a trip, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. With everything going on with the planes and stuff, I don't even feel comfortable getting on a plane. We are going to Florida for spring break, and we just gonna drive because I don't feel comfortable. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not I'll get on a plane and, do all of that. But with all of these planes falling out of the sky, child, I don't feel comfortable. So I don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday. We'll figure it out because I'm definitely, not with this administration. I said it'll be a minute before I get on a plane because I'm over it at that point. But what are y'all plans for summer? Do y'all got any plans for spring break? What y'all got going on? Like I said, I got the one thing going on in April. We're gonna go to Florida, but then my son is graduating also in May, which is my last one. So I have no children. Well, not in school like that, but in college. But yeah, so my son is gonna graduate, and then we gotta figure out, like, what we gonna do, after he graduates, because he wants to take a trip, but it's a little bit difficult because, child, where do we go? Like, we gotta go somewhere within driving distance because I don't even feel comfortable getting on any planes, but, yeah, we have that planned. Well, I mean, for his trip or whatever for college. I mean, not college, but when he graduates from high school, we haven't figured out what we're going to do. So I do have that that we need to figure it out. I mean, there's only so many dang on places we can drive to, right? So definitely that. But yeah, that's pretty much, what I have going on. Like I said, I wanted to start going live because if you guys have been following me, when I started this channel, I started it when I very first started. I would, go live on my phone, really didn't know what I was doing. I was just on there talking. And as I, grew more, I start to, create the videos where I was like kind of talking, through my video. So I liked it that, but I kind of got bored with that. Like, okay, let's do something else. So as you guys, now starting to see, I'm starting to do, more of the videos where kind of like doing a video where I'm recording myself. And one of the things that I said I'm going to try is lives, which, oh my God, was such a disaster, originally. So trying to get out of my comfort zone and just start to do, more of those. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, trying to get into the the live. So that's kind of what I'm doing, developing my skills, child, developing my skills. Now, I don't know if some of y'all are interested in doing YouTube. If so, y'all need to do it. I mean, it's 2025. The only thing happening is in 2025, it seems like is everybody gonna have less money unless you're a billionaire, right? So yeah, if you're interested in YouTube, go on and try it out. So, like I said, I'm gonna probably go live once a day just to, develop my skills, try to figure it out because I'm one of those people that I learn things by, doing it. You got to navigate it and, you're going to succeed or fail, but the more you do it, the more you'll get better. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But other than that, I want to lose weight. Any of y'all out there on a diet trying to lose weight? Y'all got something that y'all can tell me about? I had tried that Wegovy. I didn't like that. So I'm gonna start working out, start working out. We have a gym over here. So I'm gonna start doing that, just trying to be more healthy, child. The older you get, you got to, take care of your body. So I'm gonna be on that, little journey trying to get healthy because as you get older, child, it be hard to lose weight. Like you can eat a piece of bread and you didn't gain 10 pounds. Like it just, whoo, child, be hard. So if y'all got something y'all want to share, go ahead and put it in the chat. Anybody on a diet? Who on a diet? Let me know because I'm trying to get more healthier. But what are y'all plans for 2025? We are only in the month of March. Who done started their little, whatever it is y'all started and already failed? Because that's what they say. They say people start diets in January. I think they say by February, they've already given up. So y'all started any diets? What y'all got going on? Where y'all from? We got 23 people in here. I normally don't go live, but like I said, I'm going to start. So y'all kind of quiet. Why come I don't see the comments? Oh, I see the comments now. Oh, what the heck was I doing? I told you I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now I can see the comments. Being live is something else. Hey, Darlene Bell. Good morning, my dear. I'm well. Yeah, the news is crazy. Good morning, Diamond Diaz. I hope I'm saying that right. Good morning, Jill. Stylish Jill is talking. Erica, good morning. I'm a summer baby too. July. Hey, Diamond girl. Yes. I don't trust flying anywhere right now. Oh, Erica. Like, girl, I don't even want to. I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't get on no planes right now. Like, I just I can't do it. So because I'm in Georgia, Florida is easy. Florida, maybe I can look into North, what is that? South Carolina, North Carolina. Maybe I can look into those areas. But I'm gonna have to stay in this area because I just can't get on no plane. They firing everybody, and they're talking about, the air traffic control is a mess. You said, why am I awake so early? So Ashley, I am in, what is this, Eastern time? So it is 8 o'clock. Girl, I've been up since 6. So I'm an early person. So I get up early and I really go to bed early. Which brings me into my next segment. I don't know if I ever shared this with y'all, and that's one of the reasons why I say I wanted to, start going live, because I really don't share, because normally when I'm doing a video, I'm talking about whatever is in the news. But I actually am a federal worker. I've actually been a federal worker for 2 years. This is my second time working for the federal government. Now, the particular job that I have right now, I start work at 3 p.m., which has created a mess in my life over the last 2 years, because me being an early person, going to work at 3 and being done at 11:30 was hard. But because I work from home, it wasn't that hard, because it's like, when I'm done, I could just go to sleep. Well, y'all know, with everything that's going on with this crazy administration, now for us, we still have not returned to the office, but it is, I guess they want everybody to return next week. So I'm not going back. Like I'm not going back. I really believe this was my opportunity to just let it go. Because in all honesty, y'all, I am really, really trying to focus on my mental health. When I tell you that job is so disorganized, people just, it's more like you would think like a federal job, and maybe it's because it's in Atlanta, everybody Black. It's so unorganized, and you basically get the next job by kissing somebody's ass. And I'm just not a kiss ass girl. If I like you, I like you. I go to work, I do my job. I'm not with the cliques. I like everybody. If I don't like you, I don't like you, but I'm not really cliquish. So at the job, it's really cliquish. Like, everybody got an attitude. And I'm one of those people that I don't give a damn if you, the boss or whoever, if you don't respect me, I'm going to give you what you give me. So I've been over that job. I've been over it just because of the mannerisms and how they act. And it's just like, at some point, like, I don't care what color you are, you need to have some kind of professionalism and decorum. And I just learned that they don't have it. And all honesty, I've been like, okay, God, I'm like so over this job. And, with this new administration, obviously, it's either you go back to in person or you can just leave, and then they'll just pay you through, I think it's September. So I'm done. I took it. I'm just like, for one, people don't take federal jobs to have to be receiving emails saying, what did you do today? And it took everything in me to say, not creating 30 baby mamas, because Elon got how many baby mamas, and yet you sending people emails. So I'm over it. I said, for the sake of my mental health, I can't do it. I mean, I'm over it. So that is done. And I'm just waiting for them to be like, okay, you ain't got to come back no more. But with the agreement that I signed, I don't have to go back in there. So I don't go back to in person. And what y'all don't know is, in a lot of these federal places, they're telling people to go back to work in person. There's nowhere to sit. There's nowhere to sit. Like in our building, we actually go in once a week. But if we would all come in at the same time, it wouldn't be nowhere to sit. So I'm just like, I don't know what they're going to do. But listen, I am also, I don't know if I shared this with y'all, I am a realtor. So I am getting my broker's license because I'm also going to open up my own practice. So that is something, and I'm just like, I'm just going to let it go because it's just too much. It's mentally traumatizing. And I like to go to work and be professional, but it's been a few times that I had to cuss my hoes out. It has, because don't try me. Like if you want to be little ghetto, I'm gonna get you right together. So it's just they do too much at that job. It's way too much. Um, so I'm kind of happy about that. And it's crazy because it's like sometimes when things happen in our life, we be like, why? But I am really grateful because this really gives me the opportunity to just let it go. Because when I'm telling y'all, when 3 o'clock come, I literally be want to cry. I don't like them people there. I'm serious. When I tell you it's just a disaster, and it's just everybody kissing everybody butt. It's too much. It's just not the environment that I like. So I'm like deuces, like I'm out of there. So yeah, it's too much. I thank you. I appreciate it. Async. Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I am so done with that job. When I tell you, baby, I'm so done. Like I'm just like, thank you, Lord, because it's too much. And like I said, the good part about it is they pay you until I think it's September or the end of October. Then you still get your like for us, we get, is it 1 or 2 days? Think it's 1 day a month or 2 days a month. I don't remember, something like that. But you still get to get your days, and what you can do, like normally at the end, they'll like pay you out for your vacation. But I'm taking it. I'm just like, God, this is it. Cause I've been praying, like, what should I do? Like, I'm sick of these people, and I'm one of those people that I like to have multiple things going instead of like just a job. If you work a job, I feel like, just try to do something on the side. If it's braiding hair, selling dinners, whatever you do, I just feel like, excuse me, I feel like if you have something else going for yourself, such as now where they like, we firing all the federal workers. I feel like if you don't have more than one thing going for yourself, what happens when that one thing is over? Like, for instance, I would have been in a real bad situation if all my income came from that one job. So I'm thankful. I'm happy. That I had been thinking that I don't want this job. So, and let me kind of tell y'all why I arrived at the situation that I don't like this damn job. Because when I originally, and I can tell y'all where I work for. So I'm at the Internal Revenue. It's so ghetto. But when I originally started working for the federal government, I was at the Small Business Administration. I really loved the Small Business Administration. It was very professional. Everything was professional. It was a real professional job. The Internal Revenue, if y'all watching this, y'all ghetto. They're unprofessional. They don't even know what the hell they doing. So I'm gonna let y'all know that y'all be sending in y'all stuff to get. They don't know what they doing. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all don't be getting y'all refunds and stuff because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I'm just gonna let you know. It's just it's too much. And another thing I don't like about the Internal Revenue Service is, let's say you have a master's degree, okay? And let's say you qualify for, so in federal, like in federal jobs, you can get a different job based on your, let's say if you have a master's degree, it'll say if you have these many years of experience, you can get this job. Well, baby, let me tell you what they do at the Internal Revenue, honey. They black, so you just need to know it. It's us. And what they do is they don't want to see you go to the next level. So what they'll do is they'll put their friends in a position who got a high school diploma, don't have none of the credentials, but because they like that person, they'll give that person the job. But you'll qualify for it, but because you didn't kiss their tails and all of that, you don't get it. So I don't like it there. When I worked for the Small Business Administration, they would actually promote you based on your background and all of that. At the Internal Revenue, all you got to do is kiss their butts and all of that. They'll promote you. So I just don't like it. So I'm glad it's going away. I'm just so sick of them people and over them. They're unprofessional, and I'm just letting y'all know. So I'm glad to be leaving. I'm sick of them ghetto people. I'm tired of filing complaints against them. I'm tired of telling them off. I'm tired. So I'm glad. I'm glad that the job is going away. I mean, I hate that, a lot of people, I hate that a lot of people are losing their jobs, but if y'all didn't learn anything with this crazy administration, the world will tell you, get a job, go to school. And all that means, even going to school, is you're going to look for a job. Now, it's nothing wrong with looking for a job, but I'm going to tell you this. You have to have you another source of income because these people don't give a D about you. Look how all of these federal workers done lost their jobs. Some of these people been there for years. Some of them, this is the only job that they ever had. So just imagine being in a position where you've only been at this job for 40 years and you don't know how to come away from it. Just think if you were in that situation. So I know a lot of times people complain like, I was only there for 2 years or I was only there for a year. You better take that as, as good information, but because think about the people who've been there for 40 and 50 years and then they tell you fired and then what you gonna do? So everything is, not all the time so bad. A lot of times we want to look at other people's situation and hope, that we can be like them, but you don't really know what people have went through or going through. So, if y'all don't take nothing, else away from it, make sure y'all, figure out some other sources of income for yourself because you really can't depend on nobody but yourself. You know, a lot of times we get these jobs. And like I said, when I originally got this job at the Internal Revenue, the only reason why I took this job is because I knew, my background and stuff. So I was like, oh, they have this job and that job. So my goal was to only take that job as short term because I wanted to promote into something else. But y'all is not finna pay me no damn 45, $50,000 and think I'm finna be in this job forever when I only took this job as a way to get my feet in the door. And yet I get my feet in the door and y'all done gave the jobs to all y'all friends who don't. This probably the first job they ever had. I'm over it. I'm over it. So yeah, I'm not going to complain about it. Now I have, my days and my time to build up my own self, my own company, my own things, that I want to do with myself so that I can't be fired. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, just think about how they're saying that, what is the thing that they said that's going to go away? They talking about housing assistance is going to go away. I know people that's been on that for their whole damn life. So I'm just like, I don't know what the hell y'all gonna do. So just imagine if you had somebody to pay your rent and they've been paying your rent for 20 years. What the hell you gonna do? What you gonna do? So those are all things, to think of. And I'm gonna be honest, I remember back in the days, I wish I could have got rent assistance, but now that I look at my life, I'm glad I didn't get that because I have never been dependent on somebody to pay anything for me. Therefore, when I have to pay it, it's nothing. Good morning. So I don't know, what it feels like to, have rent assistance and then, them tell you in 2 years you can't get it. So I don't know what that's gonna be like for some people, but we got to get out here, make it happen. Whatever you do, do it. What you say? I have never right. I have never been able to listen. But here I had a plan though. If I would have got rent assistance, I would have saved my money and would have used that money to purchase me a house. Somebody be on most people, or I won't say most people, but some people be on that shit for 20, 30 years. Just and then they'll have rent assistance, free rent, but a brand new car, I guess. But yeah. Hello, Larry. So yeah, I don't know, how it is to have that because I've never been able to get it, or if they were having it, by the time I would get there, they would say, they done took all the applications. So I never was able to get any of that. But like I say, I know people who has gotten it and they still own it. So I don't know how that shit gonna work out. But yeah, y'all gotta And if you guys have not tried YouTube, this is what I like to tell people. If you have not tried YouTube, you are so missing out because there are so many things that you can be doing on YouTube. I remember, when I had started to do YouTube, in all honesty, my son is 20. How old is my son? I be forgetting. He's 23. So when my son was about 16 or 15, you can just do the math on that. He would tell me about YouTube and I would be like, boy, ain't nobody making no money on YouTube. It just goes to show how the kids are so much smarter than us when it comes to technology and stuff like that. So he was telling me, that he wanted to do YouTube. So I went out and bought him all of this equipment. He never actually did it right. So when I stumbled upon YouTube, I had started watching it maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, which goes to show how, my technology skills are at a zero. Because when I started watching YouTube about 4 years ago, I really didn't know what the hell I had stumbled upon, but I found it fascinating. So I would watch the news channels and I was like, dang, I watch a lot of these shows. So when I started doing YouTube, I think I started like doing something with regards to helping people because I just really like helping people. But I realized later that what I didn't do is I didn't continue to post. Yeah, right, right, right. So I didn't continue to post. So because I didn't continue to post, I did not build up my channel. But keep in mind, y'all, when you new to doing something and you don't know what you're doing and it seems like you're failing, what do? You stop doing it. So that's what kind of happened to me when I first started doing YouTube. And I was like, this is not working. So this is what happened for me, y'all. And that's why I say sometimes when things happen to us, is really to get us to the next stage. So I started working again for the federal government. And remember, I told y'all that I had to be at work at 3 o'clock. Well, I'm an early bird. So if I'm up at 6 o'clock and I don't got to be at work at 3, what the hell you think I'm finna do from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock? So that was my opportunity. I said, I'm about to go on YouTube. So what I did, y'all, is when I started working back for the federal government, I said, because I don't got to be at work until 3, I'm going to do YouTube in the morning. So I started doing it consistently. Keep in mind, consistently. That's with anything. That's if you're going to work out, whatever you do, you must be consistent. So when I started doing YouTube and I started being consistent, that's when I started to see the results. So I'm only saying this to tell y'all that if y'all really interested in YouTube, it'll work. You just have to be consistent. A lot of times people come on there or come on YouTube, and because I get a lot of messages from people and they'll say, well, I know this one lady, I don't remember her name. She sent me a message and she's like, I'm not getting anywhere. And I asked her, I said, well, how many times are you posting? Y'all ain't gonna believe what she said. She said, I'm posting 2 times a week. So this is what I said to her. I said, so look at it like this. I said, if you don't really have any followers. I said, so if you look at the larger YouTubers, you see the larger ones, if they're not posting every day, they're posting a couple of times a week. I said, so if you don't have any followers, how you gonna post twice a week? You can't. So it's the consistency. I don't know if y'all cook, if y'all do therapy or whatever it is you do on YouTube, or I'm sorry, whatever it is you want to do. I promise you can do it on YouTube. A lot of times, like you'll look at other people and be like, I can't do it like them. But what you have to understand about YouTube, do not try to be like other people. You cannot be like other people because that is what's going to make you different. Now, when you start doing YouTube, you want to look at like what some people are doing, but develop your own structure, because what'll happen is people will follow you because of the way you do it. But if you try to mimic somebody else, you're going to fail. So don't try to mimic other people. Felicia Tia. I'm sorry. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you. I'm not usually up this early, but it was meant for me to hear this. Yes. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all listen, no lies told, because I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. When I started YouTube and I had, started my job, I said, listen, I'm going to do 4 videos a day. Don't overthink it. Do 4 damn videos a day. Like, talk about your kids. Just get on there and talk. Do something. Let me tell you something. Doing nothing ain't gonna, but if you don't do nothing, what you gonna get? Nothing. Y'all heard that slogan, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. It still stands. So get on there and do something. Like, I don't know what anybody's talents are. Get on there, talk about your kids, what you're cooking. Who knows? But what you'll start to notice is you're going to develop analytics. So what the analytics will tell you is what people like and what they don't like. So stop trying to figure out what I'm going to do on YouTube and just start talking about shit. And then from there, you will develop what you need to talk about. When I started YouTube, I was starting to help people with resumes, but I feel like I wasn't successful because I wasn't consistent. I'll tell you this, you will not be successful on YouTube and probably nowhere in doing nothing in life if you ain't consistent. Consistent can mean 15 minutes a day. Consistent can mean an hour every 2 days. Whatever consistency is for you, just be consistent. Hi, Danny. So just be consistent. So what I was saying is, so when I started YouTube, when I had started back, working for the government, I said, okay, I'm going to do 4 videos a day. I'm going to do 4 videos a day. They were very short videos. Keep in mind, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Some of the videos was 5 minutes. Some of them was 4 minutes. But what I didn't understand is talking to myself, because mentally I felt like I was talking to my damn self. So it was very hard because I'm like, ain't nobody watching. I don't got no views. I feel like an idiot. I felt like an idiot because I'm like, I'm talking to myself and then I post a video. Nobody is watching. So let me tell y'all this. If you're going to do YouTube, you're going to post videos and guess who's going to watch? Nobody. So just get that in your head. You're going to post videos and nobody is going to watch it. But you got to keep going, because what's going to happen week 1, week 2, nobody gonna watch. Week 3, 2 people gonna watch. Week 4, 10 people. So it will grow, but the more you post, the faster it'll grow. It's like, how if you're doing a race, the faster you run, you'll pass the other person up. YouTube is one of those places where you gonna definitely you're gonna definitely get out what you put in. That's it. Like, how you go at your job and you make whatever you make at your job. I don't give a damn how hard you work. You still gonna make the same. It's not like that on YouTube. The more you put in, the more you're gonna get out. But again, when you start, you're not gonna see anybody. You just got to keep going. So just keep going, whatever it is, you're trying to do. But I kind of got side railed here. But what I was telling y'all is, give yourself, like, if you're interested in doing YouTube, give yourself a time frame. For me, time is everything. And although my children, well, I still call them my children, they are adults, they're still needy, child. I mean, they are. My daughter, not so much. Boys are very different. But my sons, I love them to death, but they're a little different, child. They different. So I be having shit to do. Thank you. I be having shit to do. So for me, I said, YouTube, I'm going to give you 90 days at max. That's what I said. 90 days. Because baby, if it didn't work in 90 days, I knew the shit wasn't for me. I'm just going to be honest. I knew that it was not for me because 90 days was all I had. So again, what I did is I posted 4 videos a day. And when I tell y'all I posted 4 videos a day, I did not post 4 videos each and every day. There was some days that I didn't. So I would say on an average, on an average, 2 videos a day on an average, because I would attempt 4, but sometimes it would be 3, sometimes it would be 2. And I did every day. Good morning. I did the weekends as well, but I mean, I'm just like everybody else. Sometimes you need a break. So what I want to tell y'all is I started in June. So I started that last week of June. I said, I'm just going to start posting videos, posting videos, posting videos. So June, July. So keep in mind, on YouTube, you get paid once a month, right? So I started about June 20th. I never forget, because that's when I had started my job working for the government. By middle of July, they had sent me the thing to say you had been monetized. So within 30 days, I had already been monetized. Is y'all following me? All I did was continue to post videos. Now, keep in mind, with YouTube, it's a cutoff. So I started in June. By July, now they had sent me the thing like, you've been monetized, right? They sent me, because they send you something in the mail or something, and I had to validate it or whatever. So now, June, I started in June. July, now they sending me the thing saying you got monetized. August. So in August, I had got a check. But keep in mind, when I got a check in August, it was not for 30 days because I had just started. But so June, July, June, July, August, I got a check. The first check I got in August was not for 30 days. So I'm not even counting that, but that was still like $1,400, but it was not for 30 days. Okay. My first check for 30 days, y'all, I had made $7,000. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, y'all don't have an extra use for like $7,000. Nobody. I mean, $7,000, even if you got another job, y'all can't use 7,000 extra dollars. Nobody. I mean, come on now. So I'm just, telling y'all that yeah, I'm telling y'all, I mean, I don't got no reason to make this up. I mean, if you be consistent, like, listen, I only watch YouTube. Like, I just realized I have, I do have YouTube TV, but there's only select shows I watch. I don't watch all of this other stuff. I literally watch YouTube all freaking day. So imagine that. I mean, and when I tell you I made $7,000, I did tell you I had another job, didn't I? So I wasn't on YouTube full time. So that's me being a part-time person saying, I'm just going to post this content. And here, let me show y'all this. Y'all don't show you, especially the ones who have purchased the course or you are interested in the course, is the actual analytics. Now, this is something that I did not originally show you guys, but I want to be an open book, and I want you guys to actually take the course, and not only take the course, but actually believe what I'm saying. When I said that I made $7,000 being my first 30 days on YouTube, let me explain that to you. In order to get paid on YouTube, you actually have to get monetized. So from the time that I was monetized, which I actually started creating the content, was under 90 days. So that first 30 days of checks was approximately $7,000. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this in my video so you guys can be able to see the analytics and actually see what I made. Now, here on YouTube, I'm roughly a year in, give or take a few months. My actual number is, and I'm going to put it up here, is $82,882.33. And I'm going to say that is no money compared to what people are actually earning on YouTube, especially when you've been here for several years. But for me, somebody who just came to YouTube, did not even know what I was doing, but I was able to figure it out relatively quickly. Okay, so that is why you guys need to take the course, because I have results. I am not one of those people that's been on YouTube for years. I am new to YouTube. I figured it out relatively quickly, and this is why I need you guys to purchase the course. So as I stated, I'm going to clip the analytics in the video so that you guys can actually see the breakdown and how I earned the income. But overall, it was the $82,882.33. So I want you guys to keep that number as an earning for the year, because keep in mind, as I stated over and over again, I started the channel in under 90 days. I was able to monetize, and that is exactly what I want for you guys. This is what I want you guys to understand, and I think a lot of people don't understand. When you come to YouTube, we are all creators. So we are creating content that we like to create, but in essence, we are getting paid to create this content. Now, a lot of people will not tell you this. I know it's one creator on YouTube that actually shares his income, and I don't have anything to be afraid or ashamed of. And I also want you guys to understand, I only do this for a few hours a day, and sometimes I don't even create videos. So when you guys see what my earnings is, I want you to understand that you actually can earn more than me. I'm only on YouTube a few hours a day. So I don't want you to take what I earn as something that you will earn, because you can earn more. You can definitely earn more if you do this full time. But just look at, my analytics, and this can reassure you that I'm not just creating a fake video and selling a course based on something that I was not able to do. I want you guys to understand, I am a college graduate. When I came to YouTube, I was actually coming to YouTube just to have fun, because I hated my job. It was boring, and I started work at 3 o'clock, and I was like, okay, I need to do something before 3 o'clock because I'm up in the morning. When I came to YouTube, that is all I was looking for, to create videos. And I believe originally, if you guys go back and look at my channel, I originally started creating videos because I wanted to help people change and create their resumes. But I ended up creating another channel where I'm doing something similar, but let's kind of stay focused. The earning potential on YouTube is definitely something that you can do. If it wasn't attainable, I would not be telling you. Again, I knew nothing about YouTube. I figured it out. This course was created strictly for you, so that you can take the information that it took me a year to figure out, and you can start off with, hitting the ground running and possibly make more income than I actually earned, because I didn't have anybody to help me. So please take the information, take the analytics information, so that you can see how I started on YouTube. I knew nothing about YouTube, and I was able in a year to make $82,882.33. I'm looking over because I'm actually looking at the actual analytics for my channel. So hopefully this pressures you guys and put some fire behind your butts to get on and come on aboard. You can actually do some great things on YouTube. I don't know what is inside of you. I don't know what type of creator you are. You can be cooking, you can be knitting, you can be fixing computers, you can give counseling advice. There is so many things that you can do, but one thing you must do right now today, you need to get started, and you need to purchase the course. Okay, now hopefully I see you guys in the course. And guys, so this is another thing I learned with YouTube is, and I said this already, when I started, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I literally did not know what I was doing. And if you one of those people that can kind of like figure stuff out as you go, give it a try. But another thing that I should tell you is, nobody is going to help you. So please don't think you can reach out to people. They're not going to be able to help you, because keep in mind, different creators are, they're creating their own content. And also we do different things. Like, different creators use different things. So you may be stuck trying to figure out how to do something where that other creator may not use what you're using. So a lot of times they're not going to be able to help you. So, I mean, give it a try. What I tell people is, use what's most comfortable for you. For instance, if your cell phone, if that's the most comfortable thing for you, use it. whatever is most comfortable. And then what you do after that is just build on your skills. Like, don't make it difficult. Don't say, I'm gonna start YouTube after I buy $10,000 worth of equipment. That just sounds crazy. Just get your cell phone, turn it on, use it, and do YouTube. Whatever, technology that you can work efficiently, use it. And then that's all you do. And then just build on your skills as you go. But if you're going to be one of them people that's going to say, I'll start YouTube after I buy all this equipment, just don't even do it. I mean, because just don't even do it. And if you think about, we all have to start somewhere. So you trying to give us this damper presentation of you that ain't even you is a waste of time. Just use what you have, because what you'll learn is, because this happened to me, and I'm sure it happened to a lot of people, is people will see your growth and they'll be like, dang, I remember when you only had 5 people, or I remember when you had, 100 people, and you'll motivate other people because they'll remember that. So I would say, listen, start with whatever you got. Everybody got a cell phone. Turn that joker on. Like, it's a lot that you can do on your cell phone. When I make my videos and I do my voiceovers, I use my cell phone. Like, a lot of the images and the pictures, I use it from my cell phone and I upload it, because it's so much easier for me to take my phone and find an image and use it versus my computer. It's just harder. So, I'm just saying that to say, use what you have. Do not be overburdened thinking that you cannot, do YouTube because you don't have these sorts of things. When I started YouTube, I couldn't even figure out how to do a backdrop. You know what I mean? Like, whatever challenges you have, they're going to be challenges, but don't get discouraged, because listen, I know y'all watch YouTube. It be some people on there and I'd be like, ma'am, sir, get off of here because you need to go. So don't feel like you can't do it because of, whatever your apprehensions are, just do it. Because if you don't, or maybe you don't want to do it. I mean, this is not for everybody, but if it's something that you want to do and you don't do it, you are the only person holding yourself back. So you gonna be like, dang, I wish I would have did it. Because in all honesty, when I first started and I stopped, I kind of wish I would have known what I knew now, but I got discouraged and I was like, I don't got time for that. Ain't nobody watching my videos. I'm not doing that. No. So I complained, and partially it was because, like, I didn't have anybody that was on YouTube that I can ask. So it was just like, what the hell am I doing? Like, am I, creating these videos? Nobody is watching it. So just get out of that, and just, if you want to do it, move forward. I would say this, like, originally I said, don't copy other people, but what you want to do, let's say if you want to do a cooking channel, go and watch what people on cooking channels are doing, but develop your own style. Because I mean, I feel like for different genres on YouTube, you need to know about those. Like, I like to do news and reality. So do I watch news and reality creators? Yes, but I don't watch them a lot of times to listen, more so than I want to see. Because what I've learned is, if I start listening to a lot of them, it's easy for me to adopt some things, and I become accustomed to how other people do it, if that makes sense. So sometimes when I'm watching creators, I watch and I don't listen, just because I want to see what they're doing, opposed to hearing what they're saying, because I don't want to get that in my brain, because then it kind of transform my way of doing my video, if that makes sense. So y'all better get on YouTube and get y'all $7,000, honey, because that's like easy. Like, that was really easy. Also, what I've learned on YouTube, YouTube does something special for new creators that they don't do for you once you become new. Once you become old. So essentially, when you start YouTube, they make it easy for you. So it's almost impossible to fail, if you're not posting or if you're just, there are some weird people, not, saying people are weird, but there are some weird people on YouTube that probably just need to go away. But I would say, being a person that is not really into technology, and I will be the first one to say, when my computer get broke, IT, where are you? Because I can't fix nothing. Only thing I know how to do is type. I got minimal skills when it comes to fixing anything. And with that, if I can do it, you can. Because listen, I would have never thought that I could do anything on YouTube. I just thought that it was just something that other people could do. But, in all actuality, as I watched it, and, I see some of the things people do on here. Everybody has their special skills that they bring that only you can do. You know what I mean? So just don't forget about that. Like, don't be like, oh, well, this person does this and I don't know how to do that. Well, good, because you're not them. So you do it your way. You develop your way and how you do it. I mean, I see people that just go live on their phones, and that works for them and the people that watch them. It may not work for you. So that's what you have to do. You have to develop your strategy, what works for you and what will work for your community. So, just get out of your head, trying to, be like the next person, because that is definitely, where you will fail. But yeah. So if you're interested in it, try it out. Don't be afraid. And also, I kind of created a course because I felt like, when I started YouTube, I didn't really know what the rules are. There were a lot of things that I did not know. I did not know. And, it's important to kind of know the rules, because, you can lose your channel. YouTube will give you chance, after chance, because they'll tell you, to take this and take that. But I also will let y'all know, and this was really hard for me, because I'm the type of person, I wish everybody can have all the money. Like, I'm just not one of those people that be like, oh, I don't want you to succeed, because listen, I would wish all my friends were richer than me, because hey, then I can learn something from them. So I'm just not one of those people. But I learned, on YouTube, and I don't know if it's a black thing. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they will, the content creators, yeah, they will get you together. They will, they will strike your channel. They will become angry for some reason. You a new person just trying to figure it out. It just seems like it was weird, because I am a friendly person, but I can become a bitch if you think that you're gonna play with me. Yes. So what I learned about YouTube is me, coming from an environment where, you work and, you build up these relationships. They didn't exist on YouTube. It's YouTube, what I learned, and maybe it's the black people, I don't know. It was very cutthroat. You don't find genuine people. Well, at least I didn't. It just seemed like it was very, very weird. So I would say, if you're going to start, at some point, try to build up, some kind of, base where, because in all actuality, we may not know each other, but we kind of all colleagues, because we're on here doing the same thing. But I noticed with, some of the, I won't say all, because I have had people in other genres that'll send me messages and stuff, but for the genre that I'm in, they do seem to act a little weird. What you say, boss lady? I started my channel around 6 months ago. I also work full time. Some if my views get 1 to 4,000 views, and some barely get 50 views. It's frustrating. So I would say, look at what you're doing, boss lady. You gotta. So I don't know what you're doing on YouTube, but so when I say a niche is, what are you doing on YouTube? So YouTube is one of those platforms where you got to keep it kind of to a niche. You can't be all over the place. The only people who can be all over the place is like a celebrity or a person with 1 million or 400,000 or something like that. If you don't have a bunch of subscribers, you really gotta play it slim, because what happens is when you're all over the place, the algorithm does not know where to place your videos, if that makes sense. So what you gotta do is you must stick to something. You cannot be all over the place on YouTube. So, boss lady, I don't know what you're doing, but if you're doing too many different things, that could be it. So just look at what you're doing, because unfortunately with YouTube, you got to keep it kind of slim to a one thing that you're doing, unless you're huge. Now, if you got a huge fan base, that's different. And that's such a near attitude these days. Oh, okay. And async, you're not begrudging anyone's bag, and that's such a near attribute these days. It's a all nationality thing. Okay, SNK. I need to figure out what I want to do, present on YouTube and start a channel, if that's how. Right. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna say. When you decide what you want to do on YouTube, it must be something you like. If it's not something that you like, don't do it. Don't do it. The reason why I decided to do like news and celebrity stuff, because I found that I knew it anyway. And I'm like, why do I know this stuff? Like, you know what I mean? So it became really easy for me with the reality shows. When I watch the reality shows, like I watch it, but mentally I just be dissecting it like, okay, like, so it was really easy for me to do that. So when you decide whatever you're going to do, don't make it difficult. Like, don't be like, I want to talk about astronauts. Like, unless you're an astronaut, don't do it. So, example, let's say if you're a teacher, you got students, maybe you want to talk about that. I'm not sure, but don't make it difficult. My daughter, she's not really on YouTube, but she likes to cook. So occasionally she'll do cooking videos. So just don't make it hard for yourself. Tyria Smith, you say you started yours 2 years ago. Yeah, okay, so if you like wigs, weaves, and cuts and color, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot you can do with that. Like, there's so much you can do. Like I said, it has to be something that you like. If you don't like it, don't do it. Just don't, because it's gonna be a waste of time. But like I said, I feel like anybody, I mean, if you got breath in your body, you can be successful on YouTube. Some people vlog all day where they, take the camera in the car, and see, that was never gonna work for me. Like, they do the camera all the time. Like, that did not work for me. But like I said, just figure out, what you like. I mean, when I would say too, with me and my age, it was really hard for me to talk on camera, because I was a person that just really didn't talk about my life. And that was, one of the reasons why I decided to talk about the news, because I said, I watch a lot of the news. Let's talk about that. But me talking in front of the camera took almost 2 years for me to become comfortable, because it was two things. Well, it was one thing that was working against me mentally here. It was me talking to myself, and mentally I was like, what the am I doing? Because keep in mind, for me, it was hard because I knew I didn't have any subscribers. So up here, I was like, girl, you talking to yourself. So it was really hard for me. So that's why I say, get out your head. Like, get out of your head. Like, if you one of them people that's gonna be like, I'm talking to myself, it's a video. So that's what you do in a video. So just try it. I mean, you can't go wrong. I mean, like I say, consistency is real. That's on a diet, on anything, consistency. And sometimes you guys have to revamp it. And I'm going to give you an example even of that. Like, I created a second channel. What I learned with my second channel is I really just post the same thing. That channel is not growing as fast because I'm not posting original content. I'm literally posting my original comment I'm sorry, my original content on a second channel. So you can see why that is not going to grow, because the content that I'm putting out, I've already put out. So you going to learn stuff as you're on here. And I think that's what I like too. With YouTube is it's always a mind, like a learning sort of a thing. You're going to always be learning different things. You're going to always be figuring it out. And that's what I like, because I'm one of those people that I get bored really fast. Like, even at work, mundane tasks, doing the same thing. I really don't like jobs like that, because mentally I'd be like, where's the challenge? So you definitely will be challenged. You definitely be like, oh shoot, I need to come up with, something else. I need to do this. Like I, originally stated, when I started YouTube, I would do, the videos, and then, where I'm talking. And then I was like, okay, that's okay, but I want to try something different. So that's kind of what I learned. Somebody said I'm so bored at work. Yeah, I would get very bored at work. I mean, there has been very few jobs that have been able to maintain my attention. Well, a couple of jobs that I had really did, but I become very bored. Like, when I'm doing mundane, sitting down, I'm a type of person that, if the jobs that I've been successful, that I really like, are jobs where it's like a split day, where you have meetings for 4 hours and then you work for 4. I like those type of jobs, because I'm kind of like going from one thing to another. I don't like to just sit there and I don't like that. I hate it. I hate it. So, I hope that was helpful, for you guys. But hey, if you think about it like this, you go to your job every day, right? So typically when you go to your job, somebody is telling you what to do. You really don't have flexibility to do what you want. What you're gonna learn, what you're gonna learn in YouTube, is nobody is gonna tell you to do anything. But you will be motivated by the income, because if you don't post, you ain't gonna make no money. So just like if you don't go to your job and put in the hours, you're not going to make any money. So what I do like about YouTube, and I'm going to tell y'all this is going to be another thing that's going to be good for y'all, is you will be able to see how much revenue you're making every day. So you can look and see how much you made yesterday. You can look at how much you made today. Well, not today. So you can't see your revenue for 24 hours. So if I wanted to look up today's revenue, it'll show tomorrow, and sometime it'll show 2 days later, depending on what's going on at YouTube. So I'm gonna give y'all another example. So I told y'all with YouTube, you only pay once a month. So if I looked at yesterday's income and I made $800, because there's been days where I made $800 in one day. So, and how you made that $800. You ain't gonna try to make another 800. It's simple. So it's just like, that is motivating to me as well with YouTube, because you're able, like, you're not waiting 30 days to see how much you made. You gonna see your money that you making in YouTube every day. You can see it. So it tells you what worked and what didn't. You know what I mean? So, I would say, if you have a job or something like that, this will be the perfect opportunity to do it, because I'm not gonna tell nobody to quit their job, and do YouTube, because it's a lot to learn. I didn't even quit my job when I did it. I started it because of my hours. Remember, I said that. So I would say, if you have a job, you got the perfect opportunity, because you get to earn at your job and then do YouTube. But what I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you this. If you are consistently going to work for somebody else, because you are going to work for somebody else unless you got your own business, where they can fire you, you need to keep in mind, you're working 8, 9 hours for somebody else. And you mean to tell me you can't put in 1 hour for yourself? Think of it like that. Maybe you can't do 1 hour every day, but maybe you can do 10 minutes. Maybe you can do 2 10-minute videos. That's good as well because keep in mind, you want to get yourself in the algorithm as many times as possible. So maybe you can't do an hour video, but you can do an 8-minute video, or maybe you can do 3 8-minute videos. You can go on your lunch break and, so it's up to you. I mean, like I said, when I started this, I didn't really know monetarily how it worked. I just said that I was going to see, how it was going to work for me in 90 days. And all honesty, when I tell y'all about 7,000, I just want y'all to know that that's the low end. Like, that is not the full-time people. That is not what they making. They making way more than that. I just, wanted to share with y'all what I made because that was my journey. Keep in mind, like I said, I didn't start off on YouTube full-time and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I'm not gonna make it seem like I was one of those people that was savvy with technology and I knew what I was doing. I did not know what I was doing and I'm still learning. But I was saying that to say if I can do it with my limited ass skills, you might be more proficient. You might know a lot of these other programs that I am still learning. So, that was just me saying, what I earned, but you could probably earn more. So I was just kind of, trying to give y'all a a um a way to say, listen, if I can do it, you can do it as well. So, you know, y'all can take that information and do what you must with it. But y'all make sure y'all, replay this if you missed out. But I'll see y'all later.